Hey everyone, this is Luminous coming to you guys with a pro Dota commentary. This commentary is going to be between DCcom and Decerto. Decerto sounds like what I ate for after dinner. Oh, okay. I am paused at the 15 seconds elapsed. This is a dual commentary between myself and a DCcom member. His name is 715. 715, can you give us a quick introductions before we move right into this game?
Yeah, well, I'm 715. You probably know me. I'm from Germany. I've played for a German team before, and then I teamed up with the guys from the Netherlands and the Finns. And yeah, we found DCcom. We are happy that we get supported by people like Luminous so much. And yeah, I mostly play the solo role in the team, like the hard lane. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, alright, great introduction. And we will, you ready, Unpause?
Yep.
Okay, we'll be unpausing in 3, 2, 1, unpause. So the reason I actually invited 715 to casting this game and hopefully many other future games is many times in a commentary I'll be like, so here's what Team A did, but I have no idea why they did it. And now we actually have a dude from the team, and we could, always ask, hey, why did you guys fuck up here? And hopefully 715 could give us a good good logical explanation of what's happening and what's what's going on. And secondly, the pick ban phase, a lot of times I do a lot of guessing work. They pick this, they ban this, maybe because of this and maybe because of that. But 715 again is here. He's been helping out with the drafting, I've heard. So this means that we're gonna see a very up and personal thing about drafting. So this is gonna be the entire CM drafting phase. All explained to the best of our both's ability. So that should be a lot better. So let's get on it. Invoker. I mean, we all know why he's a good hero, but for maybe some of the newer players to the competitive scene, let's just take a moment to explain even some of the most basic bans.
Yeah, okay, well, Invoker, basically a good ban because you don't want to have him in-game. He's just incredible flexible, he can do everything. He will win his lane because he can get so much damage via Exort, or he can invest into other skills like Vex or Quas, getting Tornado and EMP, which is a terrible combo if you want to push towers. And since it's a lot about pushing towers in the current metagame, you don't want to play against such a hero. So that's why we ban him out here.
And Weaver is pretty much the same thing. Hard to kill, has 2 escape spells, very good late game DPS with that both Sakuchi, Swarm, and the fact that he has Gemini attack. I mean, we've seen Weaver dominate games, but what is the reason of banning Ancient Aberration? I mean, not Ancient Aberration, Anti-Mage. I mean, he's definitely a good hero, and we definitely seen DCcom in the past tear things up with the Anti-Mage, but why are you guys banning it, especially in the first ban phase?
Yeah, that was just what I was going to talk about. We prepared a bit, at least, know our opponents, and we found out they play a lot of Anti-Mage and Venomancer. So that was the reason for this little chat at the beginning. You could see me writing. I wrote something like, we could ban AM, pick Veno first, and give them Doom, because that's 3 heroes they like to play. And our plan was to get Veno first pick. This is just what Bamboo did. We agreed on it, even Evil was a bit critical. But our plan is now they pick Doom, but actually they won't. You see them picking up a Windrunner and an Earthshaker, which are both very good picks. You can easily turtle with them, you can gank with them, and they're strong in team fights, so they're like all around at the solid first picks. Then Bamboo's quick decision to pick up a Clockwork Goblin. He asked me if I'll do the mid with the Venomancer, so in this case I'm not soloing the hard lane. Bamboo is going to do that with the Clockwork, because he's just a sick Clockwork player, you know. And yeah, at this point we had a lot of discussions about our third pick. So
And
you might want to have, yeah.
yeah, as you're discussing your third pick, I just want to point out that both the Windrunner and Shaker has also ridiculous amount of reach or range. Really helps out in terms of initiating team fights, saving teammates, and in terms of laning, that's a huge aspect as well. But let's go back to the Venomancer first pick, which I think the Chinese really love Venomancer. Personally, I definitely know that his ultimate is very strong, has a lot of team fight potential, but the fact that he doesn't stun, the fact that his damage all comes in very slow portions, why do you think he's actually deserving a first pick? I know some of it is like, okay, you know what, Decerto loves this hero, so let's, get it away from their hands. But is there any other reason why you guys like Veno enough to get it at first pick?
One reason is for sure that we are very experienced in using Vino. We play him a lot, and we just realized that he's such a strong teamfight hero. The way we play him, he'll always pick a quick Mechanism, which will be helping the team. We have Clockwork as our other solo hero, and because we have Muga, we will probably pick a farmer. And since Clockwork isn't going for Mechanism anyways, we will always have like one hero who can pick up a Mechanism, a pipe, just items that help the team, and Vino is just perfect for it. He'll farm up with his wards in early game, so you can rely on him getting these items fast actually.
And do you actually have a different skill build for a solo Venomancer compared to the usual support one? The usual support one goes Gale Sting and then Ward, right? And max Ward by 7. Is it pretty much the same thing for a solo Venomancer, or do you take a little bit more into Gale for killing potential?
No, actually, I usually take as much as I can into wards, because you can just plant them and you will always have like 6 or 7 wards up all the time, and the enemy hero won't be able to kill that wards in any way if they are level 3, and you will just get every creep, and that's what makes it so good.
So you actually farm with it.
Yeah. You can just like place them a bit in front of you. You can stay behind. You'll still be fine. You can focus on denying. So yeah, I usually play wards if I play solo Venomancer. Also, I sometimes in publics I play without wards at all at the first 8 levels or 9, but that's another thing.
Yeah, that's public, but in this game it's definitely not. This is, by the way, is Pick League Division number 2, and you know, pretty high skill games we're gonna be seeing, I hope, at least in this game. And we see very quick bans being dished out, but I'm actually more curious about this Beastmaster third pick. Beastmaster is one of those heroes that when you pick it, you know what lane he's gonna be going to. You can't really hide it that well. Any guess on why Decerto is picking Beastmaster as third so far? I mean, Beastmaster is a strong counter to a lot of BKB buyers, which is what I'm not really seeing here. Beastmaster is also a very strong counter gank, or you know, good against gankers because of that map hawk. Do you think that's why the Beastmaster was picked up here?
Yeah, I think, well, let me quickly go through this. Like, at first I want to mention the Bane ban. That was an accident. We didn't want to ban Bane actually. Bamboo was going to click on the tavern, but he banned Bane somehow. Don't ask me what he did. So, it's nothing special. And yeah, so about the Venge pick, we decided to pick Venge because we could pick up Enigma later if they don't ban him. And it has a good synergy with Cogs, because you can swap people in, you can swap people out. And we think they picked up the Beastmaster because we basically have a lot of map control. Like, we have the hole in ganks, we have the rocket for global, and we have the Veno wards also. So they want to counter this with a hawk probably. And BM will be able to, well, he'll boost up their carry. They'll have good vision, so they can basically turtle with him. They can kill creep waves so fast because of that Earthshaker, the Fissure, the power shot, and the axis, so they'll be able to defend pretty good, I guess.
I see.
And yeah, and we picked Venge, so that might show we want to go for a BKB hero. So that could also be a reason they want to pick a Beastmaster, because he's a counter to BKB heroes. And actually, yeah, we picked Venge, so we could get Enigma after that. We were thinking about getting Enigma as third pick at first, but then we decided we have to pick a Venge, because else we would waste the ban on Venge, and actually we couldn't give them Venge if we go Enigma, you know, because he'll just
hard counter. And
yeah.
As we go 8 minutes into this pick ban phase, I think I'm voicing for a lot of my viewers how much I actually appreciate such deep analysis of pick and ban, because usually I go like, oh yeah, you know, they pick Venge because that combos well with the Clockwork, and that's pretty much it. So I mean, this is first class pick ban analysis, but let's get on with it. We do see the Tiny being banned, which is a tribute to Sexy Bambo's Tiny. I still don't think it's, you know, it's that anything special, but you know, whatever, teams are banning it, and that's good for us. We do see the Enigma 4 pick, as you said, and I'm actually surprised how fearless you guys are picking into it, as we know Beastmaster is pretty good against Enigma. I mean, I don't care what he does. He blinks him and then black hole, or he relies on BKB and casts that black hole. Beastmaster can roar through it. You have the hawk for sight. You guys wanted that hero really badly, and you just kind of picked it up. Is there, like, you guys are not afraid of the Beastmaster?
Yeah, well, the reason for it is we realized that if we would get an Enigma, we would have, together with Vino, we would have such a strong AoE power. They will have problems to keep up with. I mean, they have Earthshaker, but he will need to walk in to unleash his ult, and we have so much stuff to stop him. You will later on. Oh well.
Don't spoil.
Yeah, so
I know you're in the game, but don't spoil.
no, yeah, I won't spoil. Like, okay, well, we just wanted a very strong team fight that we always could go like, okay, we can just go 5 because we know we raid them, and that's why we just wanted to pick up this Enigma because yeah, he's an incredible team fight hero.
Okay, we are lagging behind a little bit, so we might have to pause after the pick stage, but no big deal. We do see Keeper of Light as the 4th pick. And if I have to make a guess here, it's mostly of somewhat of a counter pick in terms of the pushing power, because you guys have quite a bit right now with the Venomance wards and then also the Eidolons. But I'm not too sure whether that's, maybe I don't know if it's a combo with their 5th hero, as we see a Void being picked. I am going to pause at 10:15 in lab, so everyone that's watching live, try to pause it there.
Well,
so
I'm at 10:20, 10:21, so...
Okay, 10:25 then, we'll pause there.
Yeah, I paused there.
Okay, so the 4th pick.
Yeah, I just want to say something about the last picks now. When they picked up the Coddle, we thought we were seeing through their picks, and we thought that those guys, they want that PL, they want him so badly. So we actually started thinking if we could pick PL ourselves, and we decided it would fit in because there wouldn't be any real good carry for them to play on their tri-lane, on this kind of ES Coddle plus X tri-lane. Coddle would have, would have been perfect for them, so we just decided to pick him up because it was fitting our lineup anyways. Muga always plays a carry for us, so that's actually no big surprise. We are picking up a carry, and yeah, we just thought PL would be fine.
Oh, actually, what you said was just blew a light bulb in my head. That's the MYM trialing, right? Or what they're playing around with, the PL Shaker Keeper strong nuking to a single target.
Yeah, exactly. And this was what we've been scared of. And well, I think I can also start talking about lanes, or do you want to mention anything about the picks?
No, I think we're pretty much done here with the pick ban analysis. I think that's pretty much it. So everyone's at 10:25. Are we ready to unpause?
Yeah.
Okay, let's unpause in 3, 2, 1. Unpause. Just 715, just to let you know that my Warcraft goes in Asian speed, which is not the normal one. I think it slows down sometimes, so if you see a little bit out of sync, try to match it up as best as you can. Don't be afraid to ask me what time I'm at. But let's look at what we got here. We do have Evil is near on the Vengeful Spirit, 715 is playing on the Venomancer, Jonesy on the Dark Seer, Sexy Bambo on the Clock, and meanwhile Muga on the PL. So on Scourge team we have 123 on the Beastmaster, JPT on the Keeper, 999 on Void, Windrunner being played by Chivava, and where's the last player? Last player is Shaker being played by Matori. Okay,
yeah,
so
actually,
go ahead.
I can give some additional information. 123 is Tsar, I think. TZAR. Well, he just chose to have a new nickname for this game, and Decerto 999 is actually Fanny. So if I maybe say those names, you'll know who I'm talking about. And yeah, well, you can already see us switching a bit crazy. Like PL is running around in our woods, not really knowing where to go. This was a decision made by Bamboo. We were laying Clockwork down because he was actually thinking they would go tri-lane down, and as we can see, he was correct. So we decided still to put Enigma downwards. You can see the Enigma deny creep at top right now. Did that to get the lane anti-pushed for PL. And yeah, so we wanted to put PL Venge top actually against the solo Windrunner, which worked out well. It was a good prediction. And yeah, Clock solo down against the tri-lane.
And meanwhile, look at the mid lane here. You are against the Beastmaster, and I'm going to make a very easy prediction that Venomancer is going to have a fairly easy time. Yes, Beastmaster is going to work up towards that bottle because you have the Venomancer wards to farm, like you said earlier. And also that's going to help you spot out those runes, so that you're going to have a fairly easy time in terms of taking the lane. We do see a little bit of roaming action from the two supports. Maybe they do realize, yeah, they didn't that wasn't the lane that they wanted to have. Void is going to be fine really against the Clock solo, so that is going to free up 2 supports. Going to go to the mid lane. We do see the wards on the Sentinel spotting these kind of ganking attempt coming in, and Venomancer is reacting accordingly. He is staying back. Venge is roaming around. So far we see quite a bit of roaming at this very early stage of the game. Enigma is kind of come around as well. Here comes a Shaker. He is trying to go for a block. He's not getting too much anything done here. Just a lot of pansy action from both sides so far.
Yeah, what we had, like, what can I tell you from our internals? Well, if I talk about internals, I mean TeamSpeak, of course. That Muga was like, he was complaining a lot in the early stages of the game that he couldn't really farm up. So if we are going to see some transitions of the lanes later, it's because of that. And yeah, actually we didn't lane it perfectly, but yeah, more on that later.
Yeah, let's talk about it as it happens here. We do see wards being dropped down by both sides. There is a ward just block off the camp. Scourge definitely expected a tri-lane bot. And generally when you see a PL, as we see a lot of damage being put on a Muga, and I think we're seeing a little bit of precursor of why Muga can't really farm up. Yeah, generally when you face against a PL, you expect it to go on bot tri-lane for Sentinel because it's the most protected lane. And now that did force a lane switch for Scourge, but Scourge is doing okay now. They have 3 top. This tri-lane has so much nuking power. And I think Muga's going to have some trouble. Like you said, it's not going to be able to farm up. And now it looks like Venge is going to go to drop down a war somewhere. He's actually leaving the lane. What is that all about?
Yeah, there was some decision that wasn't really made by anyone. Evil just felt like, well, I asked him to drop a ward down at top because they switched their tri-lane and I was afraid that I'll get ganked. So I just asked Evil if he could drop a ward there. After that, he decided that he might gank the mid. He was just standing around, threatening them a bit by just being missed. Like Void had to care. I think that's why he picked up the DD rune though, because he saw Venge was missing. So I might gonna pick up just the rune first to make sure it's nothing bad for me. And yeah, actually at the moment the situation for Scourge is a lot better. We see at the mid, yeah, the Venge and the Venomancer went for the Beastmaster, but an ESTP is incoming, and yeah, I actually died as first blood there. That was bad decision making. Like I just kept standing and attacked the Beastmaster, but even though I had the Venge attacking him also, it was just not enough, and he was able to kill me.
It definitely looked pretty good while going in with the Beastmaster taking 2 range here. It looks like we have a little even more hate going to Beastmaster, but with that kill, Beastmaster is level 5. 715 is only level 4, so that is going to help Beastmaster get to that roar a little bit quicker. Once he does get to the roar, no lane is safe. Beastmaster could TP gank very easily. Meanwhile, on the top lane here, Clock's going to have trouble. He's going to dodge and Illuminate. Very good good job there by dodging Illuminate. He's using the Rocket, trying to get a return kill. Rocket has a fairly long cooldown, but he's... Oh, dodges a power shot, but he's running into a trap, and he's going to go down there. So far, 0-2 going in favor of the Scourge team, and they constantly have this Faceless Void farming up very, very well. He's at, what, 19-7 compared to the PL. He's only got 4 creeps. So every advantage going against DCcom right now, and it's looking fairly good. We do have Invis Venge coming around, but, you know, Venge PL is not going to do anything against this Faceless Void. And so, you know, this is going to need quite a bit of recovery from the Scourge team. Looks like we have the Shaker coming around. Is he going to go for a block? No, he's not. They don't even have a dust, so they're not going to get a kill. Kato is doing a little bit more lane switching, and now this was the original tri-lane they wanted to have. They wanted the PL to be bought as well. PL is a killing range. We do have Illuminate. We are going to have the Fissure, and here comes Illuminate. Oh, misses barely. Meanwhile, we have the support coming in for the Sentinel, and they are going to get a kill. Very lucky attempt by DCcom. I definitely want to say that you guys kind of lucked out there.
Yeah, that might be true, and in general, we are like in the worst... in the worst position right now, because they actually did it very cleverly. They just transitioned the lanes at once. When they saw PL is top, they put ES and Coddle there. So now we had to switch again. Bamboo top, PL down with Venge. So yeah, and Void had free farm all the time against the Clockwork. Well, not really free farm, but it's not hard as a Void. So yeah, the early game went a lot better for them. You talked about the CS, nothing to add there.
Okay, so
yeah,
in this situation, what is PL going for? Is he gonna just stick it out with the Vanguard Radiance? Is that the initial build, or because the early game stage is not going so well, he's gonna go for a different item?
No, we will always have the PL going for Vanguard Radiance because Radiance is just such a game-breaking item, and PL with Diffusal Blade will not nearly do as much as the PL with Radiance. So even if it's 10 minutes later, maybe if it's 12 minutes later, the Radiance will still be better.
Looks like we have a gank coming in. We do have a dust being used immediately on that Beastmaster. A roar goes on. Looks like PL is going to go down to the Void, and that's another kill that you don't want him to get. The Enigma is going to come around. He is level 5, so only a single Malphus, and he might be running to his death. An Accident is going to hit the Venge. Do we have enough mana on the Shaker for that stun? He does have 4 magic charge, so he can get off on another stun, but his team is going to just back off now. So Void is 27 and 11, 1-0 on the creep kills, and he's going to go for Vanguard first as well for that extra HP of tanking. But as I said earlier, Beastmaster, once he hits 6, no lane is safe. A TP gank with Dust, and that's all they needed against the PL. But a good reaction by the Venomancer mid. As soon as you see the Beastmaster leave, you start doing a little bit of pressure on the tower. Tower is already at half HP as I'm being ganked by the police. So 715, please take over.
Yeah. So we can see that Enigma is only level 5 at minute 7, which is a bit unusual for Woods Enigma, because actually you can get more farm in that time, especially in the new jungle. But since he was helping out bottom so much, that one gank on the Kotl, our only kill, and in general protecting, like when they were chasing Venge, he had a bit of no problems also. Clock picked up level 6 now, is going down where we see a hasted Beastmaster, so he wants to support the PL at all costs, and yeah, that's what he should do, because he could lane against the Windrunner Chop, but that's not of much use. And BM is going through the tower now, diving for the PL, using a dust, then he wants to use his ultimate, but he gets stunned by Enigma, and this doesn't look too well for the Scourge. He goes for Enigma then, because he can reach the PL. Enigma in big trouble, going to die to Kotl, but Kotl is also going down to the Venge. PL, no, not picking up another kill here, but the Earthshaker, low HP, and second kill for Muga here. And we see a Void ult coming, but yeah, it hits the Venge, and the Venge will go down. Beastmaster, low HP, in big trouble. Clock also low HP, has to run from the Beastmaster, and the Void getting another kill on killing spree now, but PL's also able to pick up the Beastmaster, so he gets the kill here. Is now 3-1, tries to go for the Void, but the Void, well, 100 mana and his backtrack. He also got boot, so he will just run away probably. Enigma not in range for another stun. Yeah, now Kotl coming in for the support, who carries another dust, so they're picking up a lot of dusts really fast, so BL has to be really careful.
Yeah, and it definitely looks like the Scourge team recognized the broken power of PL as well. I think I casted a pub game a while back where you guys had to play against the farmed up PL in that LuminouStudios weekly show challenge. I think you still remember that. But as you definitely saw from that game, PL can turn games around even against very, very good players. And PL right now, he's doing okay. He's actually opted for Treads first instead of finishing the Vanguard. I'm not too sure whether that's the best choice. I'll let you talk about that in just a bit. But gonna look at the Scourge team. In that last exchange, it's kind of hard to say who came out ahead because both the carries got a whole bunch of kills at the end of that. But I think as it stands, I think it helps out the PL a little bit more since he was definitely very starved for gold at a very early stage of the game. So he just got a huge influx of gold. And I think throughout that, the mid tower was taking a lot of damage and might have gone down. Hasn't really paying attention to that. So that definitely helped out Sentinel a bit.
Yep. Yeah, I was pushing the mid tower during the team fight bottom. And after that, now you can see me being top with Bamboo. We try to build up a bit of pressure because they are going for our mid tower right now. But then, yeah, you see, like, we are a bit poor decision making here. We just couldn't really say if we want to go back or not, so we both stayed. And yeah, you see Bamboo going for the Windrunner now, not cogging the Beastmaster. This was totally on purpose, I think, because we thought we'd get both, but in the end it turns out they both get away. Beastmaster pops the Regen Rune, Venge on him again, he's damaged heavily, low HP, but the Clock doesn't have another rocket because he has only 40 mana. Bad fissure here though by the hasted Earthshaker, so Bamboo is just going to hide in there.
And is he gonna
Yeah,
TP
well,
out
we'll
is the
see if
question.
that works
No,
out.
he's gonna just hide. I don't think the Scourge team know. They're walking nearby. They don't have a Hawk overhead. If any time he does want to summon a Hawk, there's a Hawk nearby. No micro though. That's the thing. Hawk resummon again. And now they see there is a TP out, but there's a stun. Well played. A good guess by the by the Beastmaster. There's a Hawk going down, but here comes Void. What a jump! Use your QB. No, he's not using his QB. Okay, I don't know what the hell's going on. Cog is gonna be there's gonna be a longest chase ever. He does not have a TP throw, so basically he is just wasting as much time on the Scourge team as possible, which is a great idea. Look at him just running a marathon around the entire map, trying to waste so much time, and he is gonna waste a lot of time. There's still 2 or 3 on his tail, and also even forcing a TP scroll as well. So I think even though he died, that was very well worth it.
Yeah, that was exactly what Bamboo was saying after his TP got interrupted. He really said like, I'm going to make them waste as much time as possible, and yeah, that's what he did. So pretty good. I think it's minute 11. We should have a short look at the creep stats maybe. Oh well, a go incoming in mid. Well, I'm actually near to our level 2 tower, but they're just ganking me with 4 people. We don't have any wards there, so well, maybe I could have thought about that gank, but actually, well, to some degree you have to get farm and try to get farm, so it was actually a small risk, but yeah, since we didn't have any wards, I got ganked there, apparently.
Yeah, and I do have to ask about your item choice here. You did go for Venomancer boots. Excuse me, Arcane boots first, which is definitely more of the offensive boots. You go for more pushing power. You definitely have a lot more mana for wards. I'm a little bit surprised that you didn't go for any HP items or work into your mecha, especially you guys are a little bit defensive. Before that kill, it was 4 to 8. You guys were definitely you know, on the backhand of things, as we see a little bit of ganking attempt on the top lane. It's going to pick off the Windrunner. Very good job there. But any reason why you guys gone for more offensive item instead of trying to finish your mecha, maybe?
Can we pause for a second?
Yes,
I'm
we can.
at 24:40. I paused now.
Yeah, you are a little bit ahead. I am at 24:40 as well.
Okay. Yeah, so what I want to talk about now is actually about the item choice. I usually go cane boots and try to pick up a fast mechanism after that. You can see my farm is actually not very good. Only 53 creeps in 13 minutes, so that's not really good. It was because I was like trying to pressure top together with Bamboo, but that didn't work out too well. We didn't damage the tower at all. It only lost 140 HP. And I don't pick up HP items early because actually I get the Arcane Boots to boost my mana pool, so I'll always be able to use my Mechanism, and that's a kind of HP too, because actually you're always able to use it. There are very, very rare cases where you get stunned to death without being able to use your mecha in between. So
and
yeah,
you're saying that if you rush the mecha first, you would not have enough mana to use a mecha, even though you have the mecha, which is a completely logical argument.
Yeah, well, actually, I could have picked up my mecha before, of course, but when I picked up my cane boots, I picked up my energy booster around minute 5. So it actually helped me a lot to stay in the lane because I had so much more mana, so I was just able to spam the wards. That's why I was able to get the level 1 tower, because I had that that energy booster on me. So yeah, that was a decision in the moment. I need mana, so what am I going to do? I will buy the the energy booster for my cane boots.
Fair enough. And let's look at the farm distributing in the rest of the game. We do have 48 in the PL, which, by the way, is trying to. It seems like he's trying to save up for that relic. I'm not too sure whether that choice is advisable. We'll talk about that in a bit. On the Windrunner is 71, leading the game in terms of farm. Dang, 71 farm. He is gonna go for that mecha. It seems, or might be a hood. Hard to tell right now. On the Void, we do have 37-11. I thought he had a very easy lane against the clock in the initial stage. He definitely had help throughout the game, but I'm not too sure why he's only got 37. PL's had a even worse time in terms of lane switching. He was running throughout the whole map, and he's got more. So I'm very disappointed that he's only got 37. But does he have any neutral?
Yeah.
He does have 5 neutrals, so that makes up for a little bit. Beastmaster's doing okay as well. He's got 43. But aside from that, Windrunner is the leading farmer right now. And Windrunner is a strong hero that you want farm on. But I definitely think that Void is the hero that you do want it.
Yeah, it's actually very surprising for me also to see that the Void has only picked up 37 creeps by minute 13, because we expected him to have a lot more in the game. And his items seemed like more also. I guess it's because he got 0 kills. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's a lot
and
for early game carry.
yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah, go ahead.
unpause the game now, and then we could keep continue talking
Okay.
about the item choice. So unpause in 3, 2, 1, unpause. So here's the first thing I noticed. There's a Perseverance on the Void, and that seems like a Battle Fury build, which it's okay if you're winning, and the Scourge team is definitely winning. But I was thinking Vanguard would have been a must, and I also thought Vanguard would have been a must on PL, but both of these normally very squishy agility heroes are skipping. Their survivability item is definitely going for that big DPS item. What do you have to say for that?
Yeah, well, I think the Battle Fury is because of the illusions. That was my first intention when I saw it in the game, because I mean you regularly check for items, so I saw the Perseverance and was like, okay, Battle Fury against PL's illusions might not be a bad choice. And about the Vanguard, I just think we didn't put enough pressure on him in that early game. We didn't gank him a single time by now. We have only the Venge stun, which is a big problem for him. So he just felt like, alright, if I pick up a Perseverance, I'll have always enough mana to use my Time Walk. So I'm not in big trouble anyways. Why should I pick up a Vanguard?
Logical enough for me, but what about the lack of Vanguard on the PL? No, he just finished it and was juking everyone, no problem there. So never mind that, he is going to TP bot to farm, and let's see what the rest of the team is trying to do. So in this Euro game, it's definitely very interesting, because both these Euro teams are doing somewhat of a early Chinese strat where they pick one no, it's not even Chinese, what am I saying? But both these teams is doing a 4 protect 1, I want to say, where you have both have a hardcore farmer, and then the rest of the A guys play Dota with each other. In terms of that aspect, I definitely think Scourge has a better hero. Sentinel has a better hero for teamfight, but Scourge has better for mobility. They do have the Coddle to keep things TP around, but although he's not even 6 yet. Beastmaster, Hawk, as we mentioned many times before, and the reach on that Shaker, reach on that Windrunner, he's going to help out these kind of roam me around play as we see finally a kill going on the PL there. Not the PL, the Void. And that was the gank that he might have survived if he had Vanguard.
Yeah, we were finally able to get a good gang on him. That was very important for us. Kotl also going down at the bottom rune right now. So those were, yeah, 2 pretty good kills for us. Still, we will... Well, what is a big problem for us? I don't have a Mechanism right now on my Venomancer, and they already have it on their team. So at the moment, I think we don't even have a Vanguard. No, we don't even have power threats on our Enigma, so he's not very farmed as well. We are really behind in terms of items. Clockwork had to pick up power threats. That's already a sign of I have no gold, I just need a few HP. And yeah, you can see that in general they are straight going for the good items, like, I don't know, let's check ES gold.
It's got 800.
Okay, 700.
I think he's saving for Arcane.
Right now. Yeah, I don't know, he could even go for a straight dagger if the game goes well for them. So we will see that. I don't remember exactly what he did.
And looks like Beastmaster have enough gold for book number 2, just picked it up right now. And that the Windrunners got 500 gold after the mecha is completed. And Voice got 1,000 gold in the bank.
Yeah, so actually we picked the lineup to go for team fights, but at the moment that's just not what we can do. We are watching out for smoke ganks, just as you see one happening for the mid. And yeah, that's all we could do. You can see Enigma sticking around top behind the PL. PL doesn't even go like further than the river, because we just know we can't win in a team fight at the moment, so we'll just have to defend and wait for get a few core items like the Vanguard on the Enigma, maybe a Vanguard on the Clock, the Mechanism, and that way we could go for, yeah, a few ganks. Now here we decide to smoke because we see the Void being top without a TP. So yeah, and we grab the Windrunner, luckily getting stunned, penis striked by Venomancer, and yeah, she's stunning, but no, she's going down. We see ES coming in, going for the Clockwork. Clockwork being attacked by Necronomicon, also very low HP. Venomancer unleashing his ultimate, and Muge picks up another kill, is dominating now. And the Coddle seems to get away. We see the Beastmaster, who had an Invis rune. And I actually get surrounded by creeps, and Beastmaster is just going to kill me. And yeah, so this was an okayish fight for us. No, actually it was pretty good. It was a 2-for-1 trade.
It was definitely a very good fight, and the fight's not over yet as we see PL going a little bit on the Beastmaster, not going to get a kill, especially with that Kato support. But I think what the most important thing was not what happened in the fight, but the fact that the decision to take the fight with that smoke gank, knowing that there's no TP score on that Faceless Void. I think that's the most important part of that fight. Not exactly now how it turned out, but your decision to take the fight because you know you're going to get into a 5v4 advantage. Also, Sexy Bamboo, I think, had like a 4-man cog or 3-man cog. That was ridiculously good in terms of helping the fight. So that was one occasion to show the importance to check your enemy's items constantly. And I mean, 715, you also mentioned, oh, you know, we check items on the Void. He has Perseverance. And again, you need to check items constantly on your opponent to react accordingly. And that team fight was the result of checking Void's item very constantly. So I sound like a broken record, but just it's very, very important if you want to play at an even medium to high skill level. Even in pubs, it's just very helpful to know what your opponent's getting and how you should react accordingly.
Yeah, and which was also very good in that fight. We have been incredibly lucky that we could take Windrunner out first. Because if she would have used her Mechanism on a low HP or on 2 low HP teammates, we would have been in big trouble. Because actually we got out with low HP out of that fight, at least Clockwork. So yeah, that was very good also. So a bit luck there. But yeah, the team fight was good for us.
Yeah,
so,
and if she was not initiated at first, might have got 2 shackles, shackled on 2 heroes, and that might have been turned out very ugly for DCcom. But also in that team fight, it showcased why Venomancer, I mean, he's not doing any flashy thing. His ult is taking HP slowly, but it's a very good duration, and you know, that definitely made the Scourge heroes a little bit more squishier. And again, we see continuously, we do see PL, Void still farming without TP scroll. I don't want to sound like a know-it-all prick, but so far, I don't think his Void play has been too impressive. He's been giving a lot of free farm, but he's not really producing too much result. And I just wanted him to see farm with a TP scroll, because Void, even though he's a designated farmer in this stage of the game, but his still Chronosphere it's not something to be ignored, especially in positional based heroes such as a Sentinel team. Looks like we gotta have an engagement here. A good Fisher blocking off, section the entire team. Here comes the Venomancer with that Shackle Shot on the Clockwork. Looks like one dies, and that is the Venge. This team fight is just absolutely everywhere. Here comes PL late to the party, and a Black Hole gonna get a lot of targets, but not enough DPS to kind of focus anything. Looks like the Shaker is gonna go down. Windrunner is gonna go down as well, and looks like very lucky plays or lucky team fights, I suppose, for the Sentinel. But if you pick team fight heroes, it's not too much luck if you're winning a team fight. That was a 4-for-2 exchange, again going in favor of DCcom, doing extremely well so far.
Yeah, it was good for us because we just had the ward there. They also had a ward, but still we knew about it. Again, no Void in the fight, as you mentioned. Chronosphere would do a lot. And then also, but the Necronomicon 3 was a heavy problem here. You could see that. We had to run away from it. We were lucky they didn't focus PL, because this way he was able to pick up 2 more kills. And yeah, working towards his streak, and yeah, so that's really, really helpful for him, because his farm 88 creeps in 21 minutes. It is good for the situation he has been in, but in general, it's a bit low.
Yeah, and looks like Muga's doing some Asian math for us. 700 for Relic, 2240 Radiance. As I do the creep check, I just want to make sure that we're synced up. If you're a little bit ahead, please pause. I'm at 33, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay. I'm gonna do a creep check right now. We do have 3,200 gold on that PL, 88 creep kills, 52 on the clock, and 69 on the Venomancer. Meanwhile, 71 on the Beastmaster, and 92 on the Windrunner, and 94 on the Void. I felt like I think Void should be somewhere near 120, given the amount of farm he had. But PL now is just farming in the jungle very safely. Got the entire team kind of supporting him and helping him out. And here we enter a stage where we might see a lot of roam ganks, and more importantly, we're going to see some Roshan fights. And as Roshan fights go, both teams are very, very capable. Of course, the Scourge team has that Hog, has very big range with the Power Shot to scout, with the Fisher to stun.
And their Scourge.
And their Scourge. Let's not forget about that. But Sentinel, very equipped for that. The Venge Terror, as you see, just constantly scouting out. The Enigma Black Hole is always a threat, and the Hook, man, if they are clumped up in the Roche Pit, and they always will be clumped up, you are going to get 2 or 3 man call. Looks like the Scourge team is very adventurous with that, and they are gonna go. Here's a Rocket. Rocket, I don't think he's scouted anything. Gonna switch to Sentinel Vision. It's gonna scout the Shaker in the Roach Pit. So Sentinel does know we do have a teleportation coming in, and that is a PL. I think Sentinel would have seen that as well on the top lane. So Sentinel, they will know. Here comes a Rocket. Here comes a Tier. The Roshan's a half HP, and I think that was the decision for Sentinel to not go in. No, they're going in right now. A little bit late. No, he is going for the steal. That is not. That is a well. That was a purposeful decision, and that failed. But here comes the Black Hole attempt. No, we do have a Chronosphere jumping out. No, the jump out and the Chrono. Looks like Vengeance is going to be the first victim. Enigma is going to be second victim. And you see that Battle Fury doing so much work. Venomancer drops his ult, but that was nothing. That was a 4 for nothing for Scourge team. That definitely was bad for DCcom.
Yeah, this was really poor decision making by us. Actually, Bamboo was just like saying we go in, and we wanted to go for a straight team fight, but it turned out that we have been too late. Bamboo was in already, wasn't able to grab the Aegis. If he would have been able to grab it, we could have just waited for him to respawn and then went in. But yeah, actually everything that could go wrong went wrong, so yeah.
Well, at least your PL is still alive. He's got Relic.
Yeah, right. Our PL wasn't in that fight. Actually, it wasn't the best decision, like, to keep him farming, because we would have needed him in that fight if we would have went in properly. But we are lucky because we went in badly and he wasn't there. So
that's
it's okay.
That's Muga being Muga, if I may say so. A lot of times I like to, I see him like to farm a little bit more. But in that instance, definitely worked out for the better here. And now we do see the pressure, what the Scourge pressure is allowed to do. I actually want to see Beastmaster pop his Necro 3 a little bit more frequently, because he does have the Hawk. He now has constant True Sight near him, so he could actually take out many wards, and that cripples Sentinel's sight. But still, we do see 2 very important wards being stayed up on the Sentinel, seeing a whole bunch of vision for Sentinel. But Beastmaster slowly is going to chip that away. We do have the top tower still being up. Void is now farming away. He does have a quarterstaff. No, as much as I love to see it, that is not going to be a 4-staff. Most likely going to be a Lothar's Edge, which somewhat interesting, because what do you think about that? Or Butterfly?
Yeah, well, when I actually saw
Butterfly.
The quarterstaff on it, I was sure that it was going to be Butterfly, and so was our whole team. When we clicked on the quarterstaff, we didn't think about Lotus at all. So yeah, we were just, okay, he's going Butterfly, probably for the PL, because he's scared of those illusions. And yeah, so we Bamboo tried to hook the Beastmaster on bottom, but that failed. He just got the pick. And at this time, well, we see a Mechasm on the Venomancer, a Vanguard on the Enigma, only a Vanguard on the clock, so we don't have really that much items, so we are just like, okay, Enigma Dagger is the highest priority right now. Since PL has finished his Radiance, we will just need this dagger now. And so we're just trying to farm up a bit. We can't really do anything, even though they have still 2 tier 1 towers. But yeah, we can live with that.
As bad as you're making this to be, you do have 26-minute Radiance. Definitely not the fastest one, but in conjunction with Vanguard and Power Treads being finished, it's not as bad. He does have 120 crit kill now, so doing fairly well. And you guys are prioritizing that dagger, fully knowing the fact that Void could cancel it very easily, Fisher could cancel it very easily. The entire Scourge team very capable of canceling that black hole. You guys are still going for it? Is there any other, I mean...
Yeah, we are, because you will just know, if Clockwork goes in, they're going to group around him. They can't just ignore him, they'll try to fight the Clockwork. And yeah, you can see on top, we are going for the tower now. We think we can do it because we got this Radiance, so we try to get for the tier 1 tower. You can see I blocked Void in there, we saw he's there, so he has to use his time walk to get out or kill the ward. Yeah, now we see the Beastmaster going for the Venomancer. On the other hand, Clockwork and Enigma are able to kill the ES and the Coddle, so the support is down. Windrunner dying also, no, not dying, she's getting away, using the Mechasm. Oh, low HP, but PL Illusion is able to grab it. Void is behind Venge, which is low HP, but he's kinda in trouble now. We still see BM going for the Enigma and the Venomancer, but it's 2 versus 1. and yeah, they're kiting him around cleverly, so it's all cool. Beastmaster is probably going to die. Void just escaped from there, from the PL. Now, yeah, we see Beastmaster fighting, but he's in big trouble now. Clockwork coming in straight in the tower. We see another TP going on. The ES going in. Nice fissure on Clockwork here, blocking him from the Beastmaster. Also using his ultimate, I think. And yeah, Clockwork in big trouble is going down. ES also low. Void just came in again, but the Radiance and the Shadow Strike are doing a lot of damage. He's just going in there, TPing out. The vision of the ward was not enough. Muga picking up a monster kill here, going for the Coddle. So yeah, and grabbing another tower. So there was shitloads of gold for RPL. He's on 3000 again now. So it turned out to be a very good decision made by Bamboo to push the tower with 5 people.
And that team fight was literally everywhere. And having a lot of experience in watching DCcom games, that's generally how your team fights go. Like, they happen. I'm actually glad that we're in a Zumo game now, because in a regular screen, I would not have caught half of that team fight. So we see Winman a little bit out of position, is going to take a Magic Missile and a Phantom Lance, and now we have Malphus on him as well. That Venge is definitely going to go down, especially with that swap. PL doing quite a bit of work. It's going to wipe off Venomancer. It looks like Winman might be okay. It's going to take a lot of Radiance burn damage. Muga going in. He does not have escape mechanism. He does have 12-1. He's going very, very deep. Muga loves to do this dive. He is going to get the kill. It looks like 715 with the poison is going to get a kill. Going to work on a Shaker. Might be in trouble, and that blind is going to be absolutely huge. Here's a stun and a dust as well, and PL is absolutely in huge trouble. He does have 6-1. Juan is still on cooldown. He's going to take a Fissure or a Time Walk or just a tower, and that's going to be enough. So definitely not the best decision by DCcom after winning that huge team fight, and now that they just gave back every advantage that they have. What they do have going for them is still 3k gold on that PL, and Void's only got 500. He does have an Eagle Horn picked up, so very close to that Butterfly, as we see a little bit of killing attempt by Clock solo killing, and this is what Bamboo's good for. This was known for his tiny, great solo killing. I might have to add that he's solo killing in a position that they're not leading. They should be turtling in their jungle, but he's looking in the opponent's jungle for the kill. And before I hand back the mic to you, man, I have so much to say. Before I hand back the mic to you, one thing I have to point out is that the supports on both teams are ridiculously low level, and always for Venge at least, and Coddle, you want these supports to pick up levels. So I personally, as a support player, I'm a little bit disappointed to see that they've been shafted so hard, because both Venge and Coddle can be very, very potent supports if you give them enough levels, and so far they're not getting enough.
Yeah, so we can see the Butterfly finished on Void now. You could see him pick off Bench with merely 5 hits in the last battle, and he didn't have his Butterfly by then, so he's a big problem, especially for our weak supports, as you mentioned. I think I can spoil that later on. I will always try to go to Evil and say, like, come Evil, farm with me, farm the ancient spot, get levels, because we will need his level 2 swap, we will need his aura. So as a Venomancer, I'll just try to carry him and get him a bit of XP. And yeah, now we see 4 people actually on bottom. We knew they were smoked, we see them coming. Muga is not here yet, so we just decide to get out. Jonas is staying a little bit too long, which resulted in really big trouble for us that game. He could have just ran out and TP'd. Yeah, I'm just going out. Bamboo also just TP'd out. We decided we couldn't fight without PL. I think it's a reasonable decision. I mean, what do you expect?
Yeah, losing 2 support like that might have... when was Roshan taken? I am not exactly too sure. They could definitely go for Roshan if it was up, but it's not up, so they're going to decide to push bot. Does Void still have his Aegis? Yeah, Void still has his Aegis. So this Void, despite not farming the best in the early stage of the game, he does have 181 right now, 30 minutes in or so. That is 6 a minute. That's definitely very, very good farm, especially that Battle Fury. Not only will it be good against PL Illusions, also it's going to accelerate his farm so much. This build actually reminds me of Yamate's build. I think he loves to go Battle Fury, but Yamate actually don't take backtrack at all, but never mind that. So they're gonna push this bot tower, which, by the way, this bot tower is absolutely huge for Roshan Jax. A lot of teleportation scroll is gonna be used. Looks like the teleportation is gonna go in. Clock Hook is gonna grab Void and a Beastmaster. Well, a whole bunch of stuff. And that's like the Clock is gonna be in trouble. Chronosphere is gonna grab a Venge dice and 5-hit again. Windrunner in trouble. PL is still doing so much work right now. Looks like Decado is gonna be the next victim. Shaker might be in trouble after as well. Drops a huge ult, and here comes a Necro Book. They are gonna see which one's the real one. Muga in trouble. Muga has a black hole to help. I don't know where that Void is. Void is gonna die. He does have the Aegis though, and looks like Muga is in the need to back out, but he can't right now. I think Clock might have bought back, or maybe he survived in the center of everything. That was a little bit surprising with full HP. And here comes Void trying to 1v2 right now, and looks like PL is gonna come in with the Phantom Lance at the very least. And look, is he gonna get a bash kill? He's trying to go for a kill. Two more hits is all he needs. Great cog by Sexy Bambo. He's going for it. He does have a mana for Time Walk, but nice juke from the PL. And looks like Muga is still hanging around, trying to find a position to Phantom Lance, but he doesn't even have enough mana for that. The Void does not. He does have a TP scroll. Surprisingly, hasn't used it yet. A little bit afraid of a stun. He's gonna just walk to a safe spot and then TP out. In that last team fight, who do you felt came a little bit ahead in that?
Well, I actually felt like it was okay team fight for us because Muga was able to pick up kills again. He didn't die. We only lost Venomancer and Venge. That's something we could afford. Roshan is back, by the way. Void going for him alone. But in general, about the game, the kill count is almost equal, 25 to 26. And we are able to catch up with the towers. We have two level 2 towers left. They have a tier 1 and a tier 2 tower on bottom lane. And yeah, now we see we were aware of the fact that Void is mine during Roshan, so you can see we're sticking around there. And yeah, he's just going for the solo kill. And yeah, Bamboo's going in now. Well, there's the Chronosphere. He just kills off the Roshan, then goes for Bamboo, picks up the Aegis. Good check-out shot for Windrunner. Bench goes down instantly. Void going now for the Venomancer, who is in big trouble, has to use his mechanism, can't pop his ult on 2 people though, but he's going down. Enigma didn't use his ultimate yet. It's still on cooldown from the last fight, I think. And yeah, we see Void getting out with a few HP, and Bamboo is juking up there, getting away. He completed the Blade Mail now, by the way. Very good item against the Void. And the PL also in trouble. But he got enough mana and he'll just run out there, so...
Yeah, and looks like that should be the end of team fight. No, he still sent a Manta Illusion in, which can, by the way, do quite a bit of damage, especially to low HP heroes such as the Shaker and Wild that Beastmaster. It looks like Sexy Bambo's still hanging around. He's got 500 mana and 4 charge on the 1, but I don't think he's got anything. He's just waiting for a clear close to walk out because he's too pro for that TP scroll. But anyways, in that last, between that 2 team fight, we didn't really do a creep check, and these guys snuck up on a lot of items. Manta Style completed on Muga. It's got 2k gold in the bank. Blade Mail being picked up by Sexy Bambo, which I have to ask your opinion on later. Dagger already picked up by the Enigma. Still haven't seen him use it really in a black hole yet. And then a Homo Dominator and 3k gold finished on that Void, which probably is going to go to Satanic. Again, I want to see him do a little bit of How to Jungle by Luminous, pulling some Ancients, but none of that being seen either. So, as of this game going 36 minutes in, 26 to 28, who has the advantage and why?
Yeah, that's a very, very good question. Actually, at this moment we felt like we are in disadvantage because we are still lacking level 16 on 2 of our important heroes. Clock was just able to pick it up. Venomancer and Enigma still level 15, so level 60 will actually be a huge difference, especially on the Venomancer. We still lack items. If you see Windrunner items and gold, she's got a lot more than most of our team. Void is able to kill off the PL actually if he goes for him. It's just that he never does it in the team fights, but in the one-on-one the PL will lose for sure. So we feel like we have a bit of disadvantage. So on the Venomancer we see now Vladimir's offering being completed to support the Phantom Lancer, obviously, because well, he's really the guy we have to rely on, and we see him put pressure on top while the Scourge is pushing mid. we decide just to defend in base, and yeah, that's where you can actually see that we feel like we're having the disadvantage, because that void is really, this butterfly, it's just a sick item, and yeah, we don't have the BKB on the Enigma. Yeah, we're just we are not very confident with those teamfight power we actually have, so yeah.
And just to talk about a little
We're
bit of
just very
mechanics
careful.
with that butterfly, normally, any normal circumstance, evasion does not stack. So for example, if you get butterfly in conjunction with PA's blur, you would only get one of the bonus. You will get the highest evasion bonus, which I believe is the blur one. But in this case, butterfly gives you evasion, and the backtrack is not invasion. It's called pseudo evasion. It's a trigger heal. I did do a Dota weekly show on it. I think it's number 6 or something. You can check it out. Basically, you will take the damage and heal it back. It works sort of like evasion, but it isn't. But for the fact of the matter is, it will stack very well with the butterfly, so that's why he picked it up. And it looks like we do have a lot of a killing attempt on the Beastmaster. A roar goes on the Venom as well. I don't think that was a good. He was basically using it to save himself. A good hook in from Bamboo is gonna isolate the Shaker and kill him before he drops a single spell, and that's a good position play that you need to come back in this somewhat of a disadvantage. And now suddenly we are all up in their grill in front of their base. I don't think they could actually force a push because the Chronosphere is still up, and that is definitely a very dangerous tool, especially if you could trap the Venge in the Chronosphere. Then you definitely can get at least 2 or 3 kills. Sentinel's still sticking around. I think they should back up now and give that farm to PL at bot lane, and he doesn't have a TP scroll though. Now he picks up an Eagle Horn. They are here to stay. They're trying to go up high ground, and I don't think this is a good decision. It's definitely very hard to go up high ground against that Hawk, against Axis, against Power Shot, against Illuminate. Many spells could keep them off high ground, but Sentinel is still persisting, and there's a hook being missed. I really think they should turn back, and now PL being a little bit of oh my god, he's a little bit out of position. Luckily, they're on Scourge team, there's no roar. Definitely with PL at half HP, they should really turn back now.
Yeah, finally we decided to go back, but we wanted to use our advantage. Like, DCS was dead, and we felt like we had to do something with it. We just couldn't just let this happen, like him being dead and we run around in the jungle and farm. So that's why we tried to go for the base tower. We got 1,300 damage on it, so that's okay, I guess. It was pretty good deal for us. We didn't lose anyone. And here you can now see the Venomancer going to farm with Avenge, trying to give her some levels, because this command arrow will just do so much. I think the arrow range has also been buffed recently to be 900 on every aura. It used to be 400 on command arrow only, but yeah, so we really want to have this buff for everything in our team, for our PL, for all other heroes. And yeah, now we are still, we had our good team fight, we had our smoke gang, and they're going to take action again, so we'll just have to react. We were active, but now we just go passive again.
And now checking on items again, we do have Blink Dagger finish on that Shaker, which is going to be absolutely crucial, I guess, in this next team fight. Only thing the Sentinels got going for them is that Chronosphere does not doesn't synergize with that Blink Dagger Shaker absolutely too well, because, you know, the Chronosphere stops the Shaker from doing anything. But besides that, the Void does have an MKB being picked up. His damage is ridiculous. His attack speed is up the roof, and he hits evasion units, which isn't too much of a big point out. Well, actually, it is a big thing, because PL's got Butterfly, which he really wants to count on that evasion, but now he can't, because True Strike is going to nullify all of that.
Yeah.
And also, because of Time Lock and Monkey King Bar Mini Bash, that is gonna keep PL in place as well. So this Void is absolutely dangerous right now. Like, if he gets to right click on anyone, they are half dead.
Yeah, and you can actually see they're not able to push because we have these Venomancer wards. We have good picks for Turtle relatively, and that's just what we are doing. We're the creeps are pressuring bottom, so BM TPs, and I'll just leave you for about 20 seconds for the toilet. Be right back.
Okay, alright, this is a pretty long game, as you guys see from the YouTube bar. Gonna continue to check up the farm here. 251 on the Phantom Lancer comparing to 226, actually leading, so that is very surprising. Also got 29 neutral kills, also leading compared to the to the Void. What I want to see is basically if, let's say, Muga is farming in the lane, then he will make illusions in lane and send those illusions into the jungle for some a little bit extra farm, because your illusions does carry radiance. Looks like Sentinel is going to do a little bit of smoke gank. They're not, I don't think they should do this. I mean, smoke ganks in general, it's a good thing, but there's a time and place for everything, and right now I don't think it's the time. They are, again, being defensive. They should be turtling, like Muga was, or 715 was saying earlier. They're great. They're buying themselves a little bit more positional advantage, but I think really they just should protect this PL as they're doing right now and keep farming up. His PL is starting to look a little bit scary. Of course, his gear is not going to match up to the Void, especially in a 1v1 engagement. But for these team fights, how you know, open these team fight has been, if this PL is able to not fight the Void, they should be able to, he could easily wipe out 2 or 3 supports. And it looks like a lone faceless Void with Aegis is going to come in, and that should scare the entire Sentinel team back. Sentinel is still hovering around this position. They're clumping somewhat. The Chronosphere is going to at least catch 2, and here we go. Void's going to come in. Who is going to be focused? There's a roar on the Phantom Lancer, but a blink was already shackle shot on 2 hero. Black Hole, that was a perfect bait though. Chronosphere not catching the Black Hole, and that Black Hole didn't do a lot of damage, but it stopped a lot of time. And now it looks like we have the Shaker dropping a huge ult as well. What a lag being typed out. Now PL in trouble. It looks like the Void is going to town. It's going to pick off the Clockwork, actually putting himself in a very precarious position as well. Void is going to go down. It looks like Aegis is going to be used, and we have the Beastmaster going down as well. And then Void comes back alive, and they definitely need to back out. It looks like PL is going to get the tower. He is going to get it. Void being surrounded by 2 or 3 is going to pick up the Venge. Now going for the Venomancer, and the advantage of being a ranged hero is going to kite him like no other. And he actually trying to go for a PL, trying to go for a kill on the Faceless Void is not going to cut it. At the end of the team fight, that was a 5-for-3 exchange. 5 being set for the Scourge team because they had to use that Aegis. Worked out fairly well. I'm not too sure what that was intentional. We could have 715 to tell us about that, but PL went in first, got roared, and the Black Hole was there.
Yeah, actually we've been very, very scared when they just initiated on our PL. We were like, well, especially Mugo was like, oh my god, I'm dead, but well, the first reaction of Enigma and especially Clockwork, who just hooked in, was pretty good. We were able to kill off their supports quickly again. And in that fight, you could see that the Blade Mail was a very, very good item decision, because when Bamboo caught this Void, he had about 60% HP, and then while Void was killing him, he activated the Blade Mail, and Void dropped about to 20%, which made him lose that Aegis finally. And so yeah, a very, very good decision, this Blade Mail. You asked me about it a few minutes before.
Yes.
So I really agree with that on Bamboo. He just gets tons of HP, Vanguard trying to finish his Aghanim's, and Void is, yeah, so that's working well with Blade Mail. You shouldn't get damage reduction though, because it won't be that efficient then. And we see PL going in, trying to stop the Void from Roshaning, just dying, being killed by Roshan, a bit lucky here, no kill for the... And we see Bamboo going in, grabbing the Aegis and the cheese, using the cheese right away, grabbing the Aegis after that. Very nice hook, and he's, yeah, you see him again, the Blade Mail, really big trouble for the Void here. But Bamboo is in there, we can't really help him somehow. We weren't, Muka bought out though. Venomancer was able to get away, and yeah, so now we are actually in a very troublesome situation.
I want to say you guys are fucked, because you lost a whole... Yeah. The only thing you guys did was use 3 or 4 lives and a buyout to deny an Aegis and Cheese, which is a game-breaking thing, because Aegis and Cheese will give you a Rax for sure, but what you guys got out of it probably wasn't the best thing, because you guys lost 3 or 4. Buyout was lost as well, and here comes an imminent push. Everyone's at low HP. PL Illusion actually sending everyone at low, but this Faceless Void is alive. He's packing a punch, and I don't know what the Sentinel could do. And it looks like 715 desperately putting up those wards. Actually, not as many as I thought he would have put up by now. And now here comes the Scourge team push. 2 Glaive Throws, which is going to do a lot of damage to these towers, especially if PL's well, he's not able to kill these glaive throwers at all. Not enough Venomous Swords being dropped down. Tower already half HP. Glyph being used. 6 seconds to Bambo. They're waiting for Bambo to come in with that hook. Looks like Black Hole is not online. No, Black Hole is online. They're waiting for that team fight. They're quite lucky in terms of how long the tower is alive. Looks like PL is not PL. The Void is initiating. He's getting completely stunned though. Malphus and a no, Malphus and Venge Magic Missile with Chronosphere. PL goes down. No buyback. You gotta keep in mind. And this Venomancer is gonna go down. So not before he picks off the Shaker and the Beastmaster. Looks like we have the Black Hole being used, and it looks like Void is gonna go down. Wow, I can't believe how he went down. So, okay, you guys are fine. I'm completely surprised.
Yeah, actually, we're just able to sacrifice our PL for the kill on the Void. And at the start of the fight, I think you didn't see it because you were like at the left, but on the right, Venomancer was just able to run into the supports and unleash the ultimate on 4 of their heroes, and the pipe was on cooldown, so that was doing incredible amounts of damage. And actually, at the start, when we were thinking about picking PL at 5th, we were going like, okay, PL with Radiance is so fucking good with Venomancer. Because we played that a few times, that combo, and we just realized it's sick, because you will use the Venomancer out, and combined with the Radiance, it's so much damage on the whole team. And this is what basically the Venomancer out and the PL illusions wiped out the ES and the Caudal HP. They just dropped close to 0 so fast, and that's what helped us a lot to win this team fight, I think.
And let's prepare for the next team fight by talking about a little bit about items. Muga said we need Hex on that Void, and I definitely agree here, and looks like that's exactly what you're going for. You do have the Ultimate Orb already being picked up.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I had it already before, and I think I'm actually pretty close to my Hex right now. Yeah, I have 2.7k gold already.
Yep.
So yeah, it was actually not a question to go for a Hex for us. And yeah.
And if you're wondering why Hex is so good, not only does it stun for 3 seconds, it also get rid of evasion bonus. I'm pretty sure on that on backtrack. Not 100%, but it makes him.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, okay.
It does.
So it definitely helps out against a Void, which based a lot of his survivability on that walk and also evasion. But here's a couple questions on item choices on your side, and I'm not too sure whether I agree with some of these item decisions. For one, PL's does not have a Diffusal Blade, which I believe well, it's hard to say because he's not really getting too many right clicks in, but the times that he's been chasing around, I think a Purge would definitely be very helpful, especially when he's lancing the Void. He could actually bring down his mana pool quite a bit. You really shouldn't underestimate Diffusal's mana burn damage. So I'm a little bit surprised that the Purge was not picked up on PL, which is generally considered as a standard item. The second item I don't see enough is the lack of Ghost Scepter, which can really make this Faceless Void look dumb, chasing you around. So, any reasons for those 2 items not being picked up?
Yeah, well, I guess Mugo picked up the Mana style because in general we're in a situation of either you push or you defend. For us, there wasn't really much room to chase because we were still defensive in this stage of the game. So if you have Manta, you have more HP, it's a little bit safer because of that. You also get the movement speed, which is also good for chasing, and you will just have a bit more of pure power in the fight. And here we see Initiate going on PL, Beastmaster using out on him, Cloak going for the S, taking him out perfectly, Winter trying to help there, but PL gets swapped out there by the Venge. Very nice swap. Venge dying for this though. Beastmaster very low HP. Enigma nice ult on the Void, but Void got Bruiser now also and is just doing shitloads of damage. And there we see the Blade Mail again damaging Void heavily. And yeah, we are actually able to get out of this fight with only 2 dead people.
And if you're wondering how that team fight turned around, it was Shaker being out of the team fight, Spambo isolating that hero, isolating a heavy AoE damage hero, and you gotta keep in mind, Sentinels got the better AoE team fight. The only thing the Scourge teams got was that Shaker, and that was isolated. So that basically was single target spells against AoE spells, if you want to look at it that way. And Sentinel, despite not having the stronger carry here, well, it's hard to say now because PL is ridiculously farmed. He can actually do a lot of damage as well. And looks like we have a hook in for the Beastmaster. Beastmaster is definitely going to go down as well. Blade Mail being activated, and you know, Muga is just standing there outside waiting. He's going to get a kill as well. And now it looks like we're gonna have a Rax being picked up by the Sentinel. A lot of illusions around, and that's the first Rax, and things are looking pretty good for Sentinel now.
Yeah, even those Void. Oh, we see a nice ES jump coming in there. 3 heroes on low HP now, and nice Cold Wave also, just killing off the Venomancer instantly, and the PL is in trouble now. Very low HP. They probably assume they chased by 2 illusions. That was a bit too far. ES is not going down. Clock is just going for the middle tower, and PL is just going out, being careful. And yeah, Bamboo against the Windrunner. She uses all, but he'll just pick up that tower, and then using his Blade Mail and doing a nice hook on the creeps. So he's fine. Yeah, in general at the moment the Void has still inventory that's worth more gold than our PL, but the PL is just he has better synergy with the whole team, like having his radiance, being like AoE team fight, his illusions can damage multiple people. He picked up a diffusal blade by now, so the item you've been questioning for. He also got his boots of travel, so his inventory is actually completed right now.
Yeah.
He could swap the Vanguard for a heart.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I do want to ask you, what do you think about, instead of the Manta style, you definitely talked about the push and defending aspects, but instead of the Manta style, because you already got an army of illusion with PL most of the time, instead of that, what do you think about a Sange and Yasha? Of course, your illusions can't slow, but it gives you a bit of survivability, I believe a little bit more than the Ultimate Orb, and you know, you still retain a nice damage. A consideration on PL?
Well, I'd say in this game not, because well, he doesn't have any problems chasing down people at the moment. He's usually able to finish them off with his Phantom Lance, and if you are going to pick up a Diffusal Blade, I'm not sure if you really need a second slow on Sange and Yasha, because you have your Lance. You have the Maim, so why would you go for a Diffusal?
Well, I was surprised that he picked it up so late, the Diffusal. I thought he was gonna skip it, to be honest.
Well, no, I think he's skipping it because it's just it's really shitloads of damage. It hurts, especially heroes like SLR. If you burn mana, you do additional damage to them.
Right, and he should have done that 40 or not 40, like 20 minutes ago. That's why my initial thought, but you know, we're past that. And in this late stage of the game, let me ask you, because you're in this position many times before, you're ahead. How do you seal the deal? Because definitely we see many times in the past where teams are ahead and they F up. Like what do you do in this situation? What do you look out for, and how do you react?
Well, you have to be at first. You have to be patient, I think. And we still knew this Void is he has these crits. He's critting for over 1,000, I think, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we see 1,100. Yeah, 1.1k. So we were aware that Void is a very big problem for us. So the only decision we could make was we could wait for Roshan to get a good team fight going for us, maybe, because they probably they don't want a team fight against us. PL should always keep gold for his buyout. That what we were focused on that a lot. That he had always it ready, and you know, that he always could buy out because he was just our most important hero. Roshan just respawned, so yeah, that's like a really big thing. Even though PL can carry the Aegis, a Clockwork with Aegis would just be able to seal the deal. As you said before, a Cheese and the Aegis are pretty much one Rex. So yeah, we put a lot of emphasis on Roshan here, I think.
And looks like you guys are gonna get a free one note. Scourge might be coming around, and now hopefully we're gonna see a good shaker. Last couple of team fights have been really squashed by the good initiation of Sexy Bamboo, and looks like PL Illusion is gonna be absolutely annoying. You can see that at this stage of the game, that PL Illusion is gonna survive, scout, and do a whole bunch of damage against the entire team. And that's a problem when you have low HP heroes such as Shaker and Kato, because they haven't been getting enough HP. Rocket, PL Illusions are just harassing non-stop. And here comes Venomancer being extremely effective, dropping wards for sight. And you gotta keep in mind they also have the Venge tier as well. Beastmaster gonna come in. Who is he gonna initiate on? Is the question. Oh, he initiated on the Venge, which I don't think is the correct choice. Here comes a hook in. They're gonna try to focus a lot of damage. Blinks out. Where's the Chronosphere? Chronosphere gets 2 hero. Who is gonna focus? No, he gets Hex, so he can't use the damage within the Chronosphere. Looks like Clock tanking 3 or 4 hero right now. PL in the center of everything. I don't know, Force Staff going out, but a black hole, a single black hole against a single hero, and that was enough because the single hero was that void. And now we have cleanup duty by the what you call it, the PL. PL is gonna pick off the Shaker, and now we have Clock chasing away the Beastmaster. The game as good as done. A team fight was already won by DCcom. We have a buyout and a teleportation coming in from the PL as well, getting himself another kill, or giving Bamboo another kill. They're gonna grab themselves the Aegis, and that should be the game.
Yeah, well, actually, PL didn't buy out. He just TP.
Oh, he just TP. So never mind.
His buyout is still ready. That's important. And Void and Windrunner bought out, so 2 important buyouts for the Sentinel. That makes them get behind in the items. And now we see them going in. They know we just got 3 heroes on Roshan. By the way, Venomancer and Enigma have picked up a Ghost Stick, just to mention, before, because you asked about it before. Right. And yeah, Void getting hexed again. Big problem for him, but PL is still going down to those crits. That evasion doesn't help him at all. Void being dead, Clock in, not Void, PL being dead, Void killing the Clock also. Venomancer, yeah, in trouble. Shackle Shot ready, he won't get out. So actually they're just going to take Roshan.
So the 2 buyout definitely translated into what you call a free Roche, which kind of means to buyout. And you know how the PL did a sexy move of TPing to that creep, grabbing that kill? Now he kind of buys in the back, because definitely there was a ranged tail in that fight. Could have bought out on TP right back, but TP was, I think, still on cooldown in that case. So now we have the Aegis on the Faceless Void. And sir, good sir, you gotta teach me how to say the cheese in German.
Käse.
The Kaze. The Kaze. I'm trying to learn cheese. Käse. What?
Yep.
Kaze?
Käse.
Kaze. Kaze. Okay. The Kaze on who's it on? Windrunner. No, they use it.
Almost. I think it's a Windrunner, yeah, right.
Okay, well anyways,
no, actually.
Cause I'm trying to learn, cause last time I was left fromage, you know? So this time is the Kaze. Next time I'm gonna cast a Russian game and I need Google to translate some shit. Wait, this is, yeah, you guys are not even German. Okay. You're German, but the team is German, really Dutch, right?
From the Netherlands. Yeah, 3 Dutch people, 2 Finns, 1 German, so it actually missed. And we see a gank attempt on Void on the top, and Venge, PL and Clock just get this guy easily. He's going down there. Venomancer is still dead at the moment, but Enigma is also coming in. Void still now going for the Venge. 2 hits the Venge with 2 crits. Look at that. And yeah, Sentinel just opting to go out because they spent the hook and the stuns. Venge is dead, so no point to fight there now. PL just going to push down. His bio at the moment still on cooldown. So yeah, a bit of a troublesome situation again for the Sentinel. We were always aware of that PL buyout cooldown in that game. We were so focused on that. And actually, yeah, you see Venge is still level 12 after 60 minutes, and that's really, really bad for us. But she wasn't just able.
Yeah, I just want to reiterate 2 things you have said. So we see some PL backdoor illusions. 2 things you have said in this situation. You guys are up 1 melee racks, but you guys are concerned because there's no buyout on PL, and I have to reiterate that fact very importantly, because Sentinel very well can still lose the game. If they kill PL one time, that means at the very least 1 Rax. They definitely go for 2 Rax as well. Without the PL, I don't care how much black holes you got, you're not doing enough damage to kill the. They might have, or the Sentinel might have enough damage by now, but that Void, especially with that Aegis, or now that his Aegis was banned. But what I'm trying to say is, Sentinel can definitely lose. If they lose a PL without the buyout, they could lose Rax, and that's the game. Scourge still definitely have very good initiation. The Roar, long range, the Beastmaster, the Shaker Blink, and of course the Shackle Shot, all great initiating tools, and that's what they're looking for. Looking for that PL kill. If they could grab that PL kill, that's a step closer to victory for the Scourge team. The second thing I want to point out.
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
Go ahead.
The second thing I want to point out is how quickly Void actually died in that last fight. And even though that he died, you know, a lot of more amateur teams would have, hey, you know what, the Void is dead. We got 4 heroes here. Let's just kill him one more time as he revives. But it was an excellent decision for DCcom to get the hell out after they got what they needed to get, which was the Aegis, because the entire Scourge team was coming. If they clumped up like that, that would have been an absolute team wipe against the Sentinel, and then they might have also lost the game that way. So even though you're up a Rax, you could very well lose the game if you're not careful enough.
Yeah, true. That's what Dota is just like. If you're 60 minutes into the game, often it's really close. And again, we see trying to get more levels for Venge on the ancient spot. We can see Clockwork, who picked up Assault Couriers now, because we just tried to boost up our whole team in terms of armor. So that's why I got the Vlads that early. I could have went for a Ghost Stick before, but we just felt like we need something for our whole team. So that's why I picked up Vlads. It's just 5 armor, but it is something, you know. It helps the weak supporters against heavily farmed Void, because you just don't want to die them instantly. And now we see a Horde on PL. We are going for the smoking. We really want to seal the deal, having a double damage on the clock because the PL has Manta, and nice hook on the Beastmaster there. He uses his ult on the Void. The Void going for the Venomancer, getting just stunned by the Venge. Venomancer has his X-Stick. Clock going down to the Beastmaster. Nice ES ult actually. Venomancer is able to use Mecha, can hex the Void. Nice Shackle Shot, and Enigma is coming in there. Huge ultimate. Getting the Windrunner. Windrunner going down to Cloak Hook. And the Void still alive, very low HP. Going for the Enigma, just killing him with 3 hits. Going for the Venge now. And the Venge will go down or not. No, it's done. Just barely the mana. And yeah, Void died. Clockwork still chasing that Ezreal. Void did the buyout, but PL is still there. Regent up his HP after this fight because of his Horde. Regent's just a fucking fast, and the Void he's still fighting the PL, and PL has actually to run away from him because his items are still hurt that much. But the Lances and the Nukes, they're doing a good job on a 1.8k HP Void. So yeah, Muga just trying to keep them away with his Phantom Lances and Illusions. You see the Coddle almost dying to them. And yeah, so DCcom able to take top Rags. Just trying to seal the deal in middle now. Throne is also going down, even though Void buybacked. He got to low HP, can't do anything less than the GG call.
And I'm gonna pause the game here as I talk about some endgame. Just for that last team fight, I don't want you guys the viewers out there to walk away from this game and be like, oh, DCcom had an easy team fight. I just want to point out that Clock initiated on the Beastmaster, wasted all of spells, but the Beastmaster was 4-staff out, so Clock was in a very awkward position in between 2 teams. The Void jumped in, got a 3-man Chronosphere, and was disabling a whole bunch of damage. PL, the Enigma, and I think maybe Venomancer as well. Of course, eventually bailed them out, but in that instance, Scourge team actually had a pretty good opening on the team fight. Shaker was able to come in with a huge ultimate, but finally DCcom sealed the deal with what their team is good for, that team fight potential damage. And what we didn't mention, or you mentioned it at least, is that as the team fight goes on longer and longer, Venomancer and PL fucking hurts, and it definitely showcased, you know, all these team fights that's been going on. It's going on for 30 seconds, 45 seconds, a minute, where you have constant radiance burn damage, you have constant Venomancer damage, and also wards shooting down from every direction. The damage adds up, especially at your Kato level whatever, like 14, 17 Kato, 23 Windrunner. They're fairly weak HP heroes, and they go down very easily to these long duration team fights. So I mean, Void or not, I think at the end of the game he still is the strongest 1v1 hero, but that's not what Dota's about. So what is your take on this, 715?
What has been really good in this game was the clockwork initiation. I just want to mention this because in the middle game he was always taking out the Earthshaker so many times, giving us absolute dominance in AU presence. You explained it once, I think. And yeah, so that was a very good job of Bamboo there. And well, as you mentioned, in the late team fights, he was just able to attract the people, attract attention, making them use the spells on him. So Muga, he wasn't really focused at any team fight in this game, and that was just good for us because there were so many heroes that were like so more troublesome. When the Venomancer got his Hex, the Void always tried to go for him because he was so scared of this single item. And PL just had a free hand right there. Enigma also very scary actually. Beastmaster should have saved up his ult a few times. He didn't though, I don't know. But you have to watch out for this Enigma. And the Void was just in the center of the Void. The Clockwork was always in the center of the battle. So yeah, we basically created a very comfortable situation for Muga here, I think, to fight in all those thingies, and that was pretty good.
Yeah, and definitely, even though DCcom won the game, I felt there was some room for improvement. As you see the score, it's 51-48. Somewhat of a close game, even though, like I said earlier, even though the bot Rax was first taken by DCcom, they weren't out of the woods yet. A little bit of I guess play I would chuckle against is two of the Roshan fight turned out really bad. Of course, the one that Sexy Bambo hooked in, trying to get that steal, and then it was like a 4-for-0 exchange in favor of the Scourge team. The second Roshan was a double buyout from the Windrun and Void, and that was not. I think that was a flag for you guys to turn back, but maybe you guys thought you guys had it, and those two mistakes definitely made the game a lot closer. And one last thing I want to point out: even though you have a team fight team, you could still lose team fights very easily at Roshan, and this game definitely showcased that. So that's pretty much it for what I got. 715. Do you have anything else?
Maybe you can add the creep stats. You can see in the end they farmed a lot more. They have more than 200 creeps on 2 heroes, 400 on Void. We have just 400 on PL and 130 on Vino, 100 on Clockwork. So actually Scourge had the bigger farm, but in the end the teamfight potential was just not big enough. And I think in the current metagame it's more and more going back to having good teamfight lineups which you are able to initiate and push with, and that's what we had in this game. Great picks by Bamboo, nice play overall, especially by Muga of course, ending up 33-6, so I acknowledge that. And also, yeah, what can I say?
Nothing else beyond what you just said. I thought it was a very good game. I mean, it's not very Chinese in the sense that there was no mistakes, but the mistakes made. I mean, for casting a game, I think this was a great game because the mistake will make players learn a lot more than a no mistake game. I think that's fair to say, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Tomorrow we will see DCcom not playing for us again because they hate us. No, anyways, so that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this cast. Give us feedback on what do you guys think about casting with members of DCcom. And I mean, I found the game very educational, even for me. Like, I'm casting it and I'm learning. So hopefully for you guys viewers out there, you're learning a lot as well. And I think we will definitely bring you more dual casts with 715 and Luminous in the future. So that's it from us. Hope you guys enjoy this game. And as always, for 715 and Luminous, this is us signing off. See you guys.